This is Allen Iverson as he retires from the NBA conference.
You were a cultural icon. We had two of them here. And can you talk about also your influence on hip-hop society and you being so much of an individual and how that helps inspires a different generation of kids?
It's all about being who you are. You know, I had no problem with people misunderstanding who I was to be me. I wanted to be the same person. When I looked in the mirror, I wanted to be the same person that I was. I didn't leave out of my house and then turn into somebody else. I wanted to be me. I wanted to be the same person that my kids know. I didn't never want to go home to Virginia and look at my mom and she look at me like, who is this guy? You know, I always felt like it was cool being me. I thought that was the style. I think that's the style. Being me, being who I am. And I had no problem with that. You know what I mean? It rubbed people the wrong way because they didn't accept it the way that I wanted them to, but I didn't care. Because I felt like, you know, I wasn't doing anything wrong with being who I am. You know, I didn't like wearing suits. I still don't. You know, I dress and the way and look the way I want to look. You only live once, and it's over. And whether you're going to heaven or hell, you find out then. But you live to go to heaven. So that's how I live my life. And I had no problem doing it.
D-Line, I'm from Comcast Sportsnet.
Who?
I gotta say it again. Come on now.
I know your voice.
D-Line, I'm from Comcast Sportsnet.
I heard that voice all those years. You won't say your name.
I was given instructions.
Sorry. Some people don't have to say their name.
Now, Alan, being a pro is such a regimented life. You know, whether you like the regimen or not, but it's practice, it's plane rides, it's film sessions. And then all of a sudden, when you're not a player, you have all this time. So how do you fill your time now? And even though Gary doesn't know what the future holds for you, you certainly have to have some things in your head that you want to do.
The first thing that I want to do, and that's the easiest. I mean, you know, just that question. I obviously knew it was going to come up. That's the easiest question to answer. You know, when you play in the NBA, as long as I played in the NBA, and as much as I travel, being on the road all the time, you're doing it to provide for your family and to be able to put food on the table. And in my case, I've always done it for the love of it. But, you know, when you have kids, you have to take care of them, obviously. And I cheated my kids out of a lot as far as being a father. You know, I cheated them out of it a lot. Not doing it being malicious or anything like that, or not being willing to do it or wanting to do it. It was, I didn't have the time to be the father that I wanted to be and that I should have been. And, you know, all I thought about retiring was the fact that I could be a 24/7 dad.
Yo, he's broke right now.
That made it so much easier to be able to say that I'm hanging them up because I can be there for my kids. I mean, I have an 18-year-old that, you know, my whole career, you know what I mean, I was never there for her, you know, throughout my career like I'm supposed to be. So with me and her, we talk about it all the time. It's basically catch-up time. You know what I mean? And with my little babies, you know, I get a chance to be there for them, you know, throughout the events that happen in their lives as far as, you know, what they got going on, whether it's sports or whatever they have going on. I get a chance to be there and have an impact on what they're doing. So, you know, that's what I'm concentrating on the most as you know, hanging these, you know, shoes up. You know, it's being there for my kids. Now, other than that, I mean, I have a lot of ideas and things that I want to do after basketball. You know, Yeah, it'll be a lot of fishing, but it'll be whatever I decide to do and get involved with. I want to be able to give everything I got to whatever project that is, and I want to give it all that I have the same way I gave it on the basketball court and try to be successful in that area, whatever it may be. So, I mean, who knows? You know, I haven't even really thought about that a lot. You know, all I think about is having the opportunity to be with them as much as possible.
Yeah, we're going to go to Jeff. Oh, I'm sorry, who has the... It's Jeff, then Dan, then Donald.
No.
Al, I'm Jeff Skaversky from Channel 6 back here. Two things. One, when did you come to this conclusion that you were going to retire, and why now? And also, what was your favorite moment as a Philadelphia 76er on the basketball court?
I think I can't really say one day to where I said, you know, all right, I'm done. You know what I mean? It was just over time, just thinking about it. You know what I mean? Just thinking about it. You know, it wasn't just a certain day. You know, I just felt that I was kind of mentally tired of it all. You know what I mean? And the passion to play wasn't there. The passion that I had for the sport will always be there. I will always love it. You know what I mean? So that'll always be there. I just felt like it was time. You know, I don't know if it was him talking to me or whatever, but I just felt like it was time. And my favorite moment, I would say, just us being on the court, in the middle of the court, jumping up and down when we were going to the finals. You know what I mean? And feeling like, you know, we had a chance to win a title. That's it. That was my greatest moment. And it was a great feeling too, because I had a chance to sit and reflect and look around the stadium and see all of the people that come in here night in and night out. The cheers on. It was like basically a gift to them for their support that they had for us. So that was